Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam reporting to you live beachside. That's right, I am still on vacation, and I know I said I wasn't going to be back until Saturday. However, just like last year, and really every time I've ever taken a vacation, I can never stay away for long. And there's just so many interesting things happening. So, due to the Wi-Fi that I have here at the hotel, I'm not going to post super long videos. However, this information simply could not wait. And if you haven't heard about it yet, well, in a nutshell, we have an explosive new revelation that comes from a billionaire aerospace mogul and entrepreneur by the name of Robert Bigelow, who in a recent 60 Minutes interview said, quote, that he is absolutely convinced that there are alien visitors that have been and continually are visiting our planet. So in this new 60 Minutes interview that happened on Sunday night, Mr. Bigelow pretty much just said the hell with it, and on national television, let his beliefs be known, and God bless him for it. So in the segment, which mostly focused on the fact that NASA and the Las Vegas-based company Bigelow Aerospace are in a partnership to develop an expandable craft for humans to use in space, Bigelow's far-reaching visions put him right in the middle of a new privatization of space, a race that includes billionaires Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And at one point during the interview, the correspondent Laura Logan then shifted the conversation towards Bigelow's reported obsession with UFOs and aliens, with Logan asking, quote, "Do you believe in aliens?" To which Mr. Bigelow responded, "I'm absolutely convinced. That's all there is to it." Logan then asked, "Do you also believe that UFOs have come to Earth?" To which Bigelow replies, quote, "There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence, and I spent millions and millions and millions. I probably spent more as an individual than anybody else in the United States has ever spent on this subject." The correspondent then says, "Is it risky for you to say in public that you believe in UFOs and aliens?" To which Bigelow says, quote, "I don't give a damn. I don't care." Mrs. Logan finally asked, quote, "You don't worry that some people will say, 'Did you hear that guy? He sounds like he's crazy.'" And Mr. Bigelow's final response, quote, "I don't care. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change the reality of what I know." So, just to stop here, that is a bombshell revelation. I don't know if you guys understand this, but lately we have had all of these different billionaires, whether it be Elon Musk, we have a host of people exploding into the doors of the private space industry and really knocked NASA off of its throne along with their control of the long-standing monopoly on space and the technology to get us to it. And so we have these new space companies such as SpaceX and Bigelow Aerospace. And for the head of a company like this, for a man who has actually sent craft up into space and can really speak on the matter with experience, for him to come out and say, "I'm convinced, I know what I've seen, I've spent millions of dollars looking into this, you can't convince me otherwise, it's not going to make a difference," this is really unprecedented. Because we know for how many years have we longed for the men upstairs at NASA to come forth and admit that we are not alone on this planet? And it never came, and it's always the same denial. But here, we see the tides are changing, and we have men like Mr. Bigelow who are coming forth in the face of, as this reporter stated, public ridicule, but he doesn't care. And, we've spoken about this many times. Although the mainstream has definitely been more open to the topic of aliens and UFOs in this research, I think that what was said by this correspondent in this interview is proof positive that in the media's eyes, and according to the media, if you speak about your belief in aliens or UFOs, you will be labeled as a crazy person. Which honestly I think is actually pretty funny, seeing as that Secureteam's videos have been hosted on countless mainstream media shows. Heck, we've been featured on Fox News over 3 times in the last month, both on their morning television shows and the front pages of their website. So there's definitely some hypocrisy going on here. But back to this interview, Bigelow wouldn't elaborate on what kind of results he had achieved from his well-funded UFO research. When asked if he thought future space missions would result in any encounters between humans and aliens, Bigelow said, quote, "You don't have to go anywhere. It's right under people's noses." Which again is something that I have been saying for years now. There's no need to go to space. For we have a presence that is here with us, right above us every day, above our lands, above our oceans. And you know what? I'm glad that finally I am not the only one that's been saying that lately. And while Mr. Bigelow declined to describe his personal UFO encounters, he offered more elaborate details about UFOs and extraterrestrials and the private space industry during a recent interview on Coast to Coast AM. So, if you guys haven't seen that episode yet, I highly suggest it. Coast to Coast, of course, is the well-known national radio program that is now hosted by Mr. George Norrie, a legend in the business. So, all I have to say about this explosive new revelation is that it doesn't always have to be video footage, it doesn't always have to be photographs, and it doesn't always have to be something that you've seen with your own eyes to believe it. Sometimes all it takes is a man like Mr. Bigelow who has actually been to space and has backed his work with billions and billions of dollars and has put his reputation on the line for the world to scrutinize and see and mock, and yet he stands firm to his convictions that he knows what he knows what he has seen, and he knows that space is much more than the cold, isolated, dead region above us that we've all been led to believe by the likes of NASA and their apologists. So with that, and although he'll likely never hear this, I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Bigelow, because this is a big win for the ufology community and people like us who have been here day after day, month after month, year after year, grinding it out, digging up research, contacting sources, trying to get ahead in the face of so much ridicule and government pushback. It's good to have a man like Mr. Bigelow on our team. So with that, I want to thank you guys for stopping by today. I will put a link below to the Huffington Post article about this, and you guys let me know what you think. Alright, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I will be coming back this coming Saturday, but until then, I will continue to post some of my favorite old Secureteam episodes, and on some other days, I will also be posting some new videos, just like I did tonight. So be sure to check back every day, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys all back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.